Do you wish your posts got as much engagement as this post did, all from relevant buyers in the industry? Then you need to post like the expert that buyers want to hire. Here's exactly what to do. The mistake that most construction companies make is the job photos. Another one in the bag. A buyer scrolling past doesn't really care about your finished project. It might get some thumbs up and some likes, but buyers don't care. What they're quietly thinking is, can I trust this person? So our approach is to post things that answer that question. You should be posting content that makes the buyer think, this is the expert that I want on my job. Now, I'm not saying job photos are bad, but there is a way to go about it. You want to be posting for the silent buyer, the people who actually make the decisions. They lurk and read, they don't comment or like. So you want to write for that person. That means expert content, not we did a job, but here's why this kind of commercial foundation fails. And this is the one thing we check before we pour. You explaining a problem is worth 100 finished job photos. Every post should leave that lurking buyer thinking this person knows what he's talking about. For example, this post about getting specified for a tier 1 contractor, proving expertise. Next is the proof post, right? And we need to be careful with this. It's not look finished, but it's problem, what we did, and result. As an example, the site was 3 weeks behind. Here's how we got it back on program. That's a story a buyer recognizes because it's their absolute worst nightmare. Proof posts are what converts the buyer once you've caught their attention. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, please feel free to subscribe. Now we want posts that travel or go viral. Now, here's the balance. You also need reach, okay? Not for vanity, because reach is social proof. When a buyer sees a voice that's respected in the industry, they trust you a lot more before you've said even a word. And that's exactly what this post here did. But the thing you need to remember is you don't need to post from nothing. The fastest way to reach is to piggyback a conversation that's already occurring. Something is always going on in the industry, right? There's always a big firm going under. There's always a rule change, material prices jumping, a project in the news. The reach is already there. You just need an expert angle that nobody else is giving. So instead of an original hot take, you react. Another contractor's gone under this week. Here's the one cash flow mistake I see on commercial jobs that causes that. You're writing a topic that's already traveling, but the bit that makes it yours and makes a buyer trust you is the expert take that you add on to it. This gets you eyeballs and the insight earns authority. We're not just about going viral. That's how you get reach and credibility at the same time. So a good example of this is one of our own posts, which got over 100,000 impressions. At the time, the UK was going through a heat wave, and so everybody could relate to this post. But it also provided a useful insight on government regulations in the construction industry. So look, the balance is very simple. You want to be posting mostly expert insights and proof posts, which is for the buyer. And regularly, you want to be posting a trending post that's mostly for reach and proof. And I have two more rules for you. The first line earns the read. Often LinkedIn will cut you off with a see more. So your opening line has to stop the scroll. You can see here, the government has banned cash retention, or the UK has just had a heat wave, which means three things. And never pitch in your post. 95% of your post should never have a pitch in them. You sell last, not first. Be the expert, show the proof, let them come to you. So the one idea, post like the expert your buyer wants to hire, not the tradesman who just finished a job. Get that right and the posts do the work. So if you want help with this, head over to our website at marketmaestro.co.uk and book a call.